From Dean the Great being knocked out by UFC fighter Tiki.
Seriously? Oh, do that. All right.
To a female Twitch streamer talking trash and immediately regretting it live.
Can you shut your ass up? Like, seriously, I'm trying to relax and play a game, and yo, annoying just won't shut up. I don't want to talk to you. I don't have to talk to you. I'm playing a game. Just shut up, okay? It's not that serious.
And the time BabyHaze was struck until he lost body fluid control. These are the 10 times streamers got instantly humbled on Livestream. We need to start with a female Twitch streamer who was playing Fortnite and got randomly matched with a player who didn't have his microphone on. Now, rather than simply playing the game, she decided to perform her frustration for her audience, calling him a bot, saying this is exactly why she hates random Q, complaining that she always gets paired with people who suck.
Hello? Dude, of course they don't have a mic. Of course the random gets down. Why do I always get paired up with bots with no mics? This is exactly why I hate random queuing, because they suck at the game and they have no mic.
The kind of rant that sounds like venting, but is really just content. What she failed to account for was that the random could hear every single word she was saying, and when he finally spoke, he simply told her she wasn't competing in the Fortnite World Cup, that she wasn't the center of the universe, and that she needed to humble herself.
Can you shut your ass up? Like, seriously, I'm trying to relax and play a game, and yo, annoying just won't shut up. I don't want to talk to you. I don't have to talk to you. I'm playing a game. Just shut up, okay? It's not that serious. You're not competing in the Fortnite World Cup. Like, god damn, you don't have to be such a bitch.
Hold up, what did you just call me?
I called you a bitch. Now get my reboot card or leave the game.
Say it again. Say it again. You know I'm streaming right now. Thousands of people are watching you, so be careful what you say.
Thousand? What are you gonna do? Are you threatening me?
I'm just letting you know. I'm actually doing you a favor by telling you before you say something that you're gonna get canceled for.
You're gonna cancel me for what?
I know, you're about to say some crazy stuff. You have no respect.
Yo, you're being annoying as talking in the ear, saying all this shit. Like, bro, just shut up.
Dude,
bro.
why didn't you just talk in the beginning like a good teammate?
Because I don't want to talk. Because I don't want to talk to you. Because you sound annoying.
Is it because I'm a girl?
What? What are you saying? You're a professional victim. Shut up. I don't need to speak to you. It's a fucking video game. Humble yourself, please.
No,
you're not the center of attention in this universe. I don't give a fuck that you're a Twitch streamer. I don't care if you have 1,000 viewers. I don't care about the 1,000 fat grown men that are watching you right now, jerking their fucking schlongs off in your Twitch chat instead of taking care of their fucking kids. I don't care. Okay?
Yeah, if I were you, I would just take your own advice.
I can.
If I would just take your, yeah, I would.
You're gonna cancel me for what? For what? Calling you a bitch in a video game? Like, you think I give a shit? Like, you're being annoying. Just shut up and play the game. It's a fucking video game. It's not that serious.
The silence that followed was genuinely painful to sit through. She had absolutely nothing to say. And that right there is the most basic version of this story. You treat someone like they don't exist, and then they remind you that they do. But that's the light version, because things get significantly more physical from here.
Come on, Fortnite, shut up! You suck at Fortnite, you got no personality, you feel like an oppressed toilet brush, you're annoying as and nobody cares about you or any of your viewers. So shut the up.
Yep, I've heard enough. Genuinely, chat, what did I do to deserve this? Why are people so mean to me? For what reason?
Dean the Great is a boxing content creator who built his entire brand around confidence and trash talk, and that brand followed him into a room it had absolutely no business being in. He was on a Kick live stream with professional bodybuilder Larry Wheels and his wife, and what started as a casual group hangout slowly became something else entirely. Dean began making comments toward Larry's wife, touching her, saying things that made the room visibly uncomfortable. Multiple people warned him to stop, and Dean, to his credit in the worst possible way, did not stop, because in his mind, this was content. This was the bit. This is what keeps people watching.
Can I get a hug?
No, don't do. Oh, whoa.
I know we're streaming this shit.
No, hey, bro, don't disrespect. Don't disrespect the king like that. You know why?
She a queen, though.
Listen. Whoa. I know we streaming. Got to chill.
We got to chill. I know we streaming. Hey, honey, your liquor. I know we streaming, but honey, your shit.
His wife up for grabs.
Hey, he's been mad disrespectful. Hey, did you get that?
What he completely failed to understand was that Larry Wheels was not watching this through a content lens. He was watching someone disrespect his wife in real life, in real time, in front of his face. And after every warning went ignored, that's when Larry did this.
This.
We doing with the hands. Listen.
You ready for 200 Griffith? Oh! Dean!
All night getting on?
Yeah.
I was waiting for that moment.
That was a real slap. Get your ass in the van. It was a hard slap, man. Come on. Come on. In the van. You did good, man. Hey. Come on.
And the telling detail here is that the people in that room didn't rush to defend Dean. They rushed to restrain Dean. That one detail tells you everything you need to know about who caused that moment.
Whoa. Whoa, 200 gifted.
That felt good.
Hey, Dean.
All night getting shit on.
Yeah.
I was
Dean.
waiting for that moment.
Dean.
Now here is where Dean's story becomes less funny and more genuinely concerning, because within hours of the Larry Wheels incident, still embarrassed, Dean walked into a party hosted by former UFC champion Rampage Jackson. Former UFC fighter Tiki Goss was there, completely uninterested in internet drama. Multiple people warned Dean again. He escalated anyway, moved closer, got more aggressive, even referenced the Larry Wheels slap and said he'd slap back.
What? I said straight up.
Are you the guy that got slapped on video?
I did, but I'll slap the out you though.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to show you the inside of the house.
I'll make you another clip. Don't do that.
Seriously?
In a room full of trained fighters, that is genuinely one of the worst things you can say. Tiki then went ahead and did what he does best.
Don't do that.
Seriously?
Don't do that. All right. Come on. All right. Come on. Nah. Come on. Cut.
Dean, chill, bro.
Hold it.
Hey, let me talk to you, bro. Let me talk to you, bro. Hey, let me talk to you.
Man, I'll have all.
The room wasn't shocked. They looked almost relieved it was over. I mean, you've got to hand it to Tiki. That wasn't overreaction. It was a controlled response to escalating behavior. Dean went home, went online, cried about trauma, talked about lawyers, said he'd been drinking smoothies through a straw because of his jaw.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been sleeping. I ain't been eating. Ever since this slapped me, bruh. Jaw hurt. I've been on the phone with lawyers, attorneys. I'm finna sue this big gorilla cuckhead. My jaw hurt. I can't sleep on my face. I can't sleep on my side. This traumatic, and y'all niggas don't understand. Y'all niggas think this shit funny. Y'all think this shit game, but it ain't no game. This real life, bruh. And I come on here that's vulnerable to y'all niggas. And, you know, I'm sick. I can't eat. I ain't ate. I've been drinking smoothies out of straw. Drinking smoothies out of straw.
And at no point did he seem to connect the behavior to the outcome. 2 incidents, same night, same pattern, 0 reflection.
Don't do that. All right. Come on.
Prime and Jack Doherty is a different kind of story because it isn't chaotic or emotional. It's surgical. Jack had been calling Prime lame all night, doing what Jack always does, using everyone around him as material.
I know.
Out of all these three.
Well, who would I?
Maybe these three.
Well, I remember doing either case.
You do it. Kill these 3. Let's have a gay person do it. Go.
Okay, I got you. Which one of you guys outside on the street?
Alright,
Uber here.
Kiss Mary.
Sorry.
It's Jake.
And that's nice.
Prime stayed quiet. He waited. And then at the exact right moment, he slapped Jack across the face and walked out without saying a single word.
And that's nice.
Yo! Yeah! I told you. Yo!
Yo, see somebody's 25 minutes.
Yo!
What did we miss? What did you do?
I guess that midget's doing anything?
Jack's response was to ask Siri to flip a coin on whether to press charges. The coin landed, Jack said fine, and the situation was over.
Coin. Prime. It's tails, so he's good.
Come on, Jack, let's go.
Prime slap the dog.
What I'm asking you, are you gonna prosecute or are you not?
I don't want to put charges on.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you a paper to sign, and you just simply say you're not gonna prosecute. Okay?
But can we just on the papers call him? I'm sorry.
But the clip was not over. The clip will never be over because everyone who watched it saw the same thing. Jack spent the whole night trying to be the dominant presence in the room, and Prime ended that narrative with one swing and a clean exit.
Fuck, don't smack that. Yeah, do it again. Do it again. Hey, subscribe to my OnlyFans right now. You want it?
Enough.
He's 25 years old and he slapped me in the face. He snuck me.
All right, what do you?
I was on my phone and he slapped me.
Okay.
He's a. Can we be fair? Can we box? Can we unbox? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Just send a couple.
Hey,
we don't know if they're.
say you're sorry right now. Tell me say sorry. I won't press
Stop
charges.
stream sniping. Go home or I'm banning you.
Wait. Hey, Prime. Say you're sorry and I won't press charges. Otherwise, you're going to jail.
Take me to jail then, buddy. I'll go to jail. I got money to bail
No.
out.
No one's going to jail.
He's a.
No one's going to jail.
Neon then decided to troll Nate Diaz at a press conference by asking him when he gets knocked out. Not if, when is he going to retire?
When you do get knocked out, are you going to retire?
Who said that? So I know who you are.
Or
that little bitch boy, you fucking little.
If you do. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be watching. I'm excited to see both sides, but.
Nate Diaz, a man with a well-documented history of simply not caring about consequences, looked at Neon and told him he knew who he was watching, and he was gonna kick him. Calm, factual, like a weather forecast.
I'm gonna kick you in your leg, motherfucker. He said when you get knocked out. Hey, P.S. you.
I have a lot of respect for everyone, man. It's just I want to see a great fight.
You. He said when you get knocked out, right? Yeah, fuck that. It's little kids like this little talking in this motherfucker that is like changing the times. Need your little ass whooped. I got little girls over here that'll you up.
Neon's crew left the building trying to look unbothered, and then Nate's team started sprinting at them down the hallway. Neon ran into a parking garage while his bodyguards dealt with the situation.
I'm sorry.
The same guy who had just trolled a UFC fighter at a press conference in front of the world was now in a parking garage hiding. And then his bodyguard got in the car and told him, getting lectured by the person you pay to protect you on camera is a specific kind of humiliation that no clip can fully capture.
You listen to what I told you. That is why I sat next to you and told you. That is why I told you when we were walking. That is why when you sat down and asked me to show you what's going to happen if you do it, that's why I showed you exactly what was going to happen. And it happened exactly like I told you.
Now, I don't know what you think, but ever since these streamers hired bodyguards, they ramped up the disrespect and acted as if they were untouchable. Credit to the bodyguard Neon had. He is a real one. When someone tells you not to do something and then go ahead and do it, don't expect them to have your back.
You do it, that's why I showed you exactly what was going to happen. And it happened exactly like I told you. You have to listen.
Fousey genuinely tried to be better. He said it that night. He told everyone in the room he was calmer now, working on himself, that this version of him was different.
You guys feel how much calmer I am now? No more joking.
Yeah, you kind of changed.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, it's better.
No, go back to your old self.
No.
Come on, fight me, bro. Do something.
No, trust me. You'll like this version of me. Okay. This is Yusuf.
I think you're just tired.
No. I haven't slept in almost 48 hours. No. You didn't go to sleep yesterday? No. Oh, I talked to Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate's team wants to collab with me now. They reached out.
You're stealing my whole flow, dude. Are you serious?
You f***ed up.
No, I didn't. You called me and you DM'd me.
And then Neon spent the entire visit dismantling that. He touched Fousey's head uninvited, insulted the house to Fousey's face, took the food Fousey said he was starving for and gave it to other people in the room, and then started using racist language toward Fousey's crew.
Let me call Ben Baller. Let me call Ben Baller and tell him.
Can I touch your head?
Ben Baller did the chain, huh?
Can I touch your head?
Yeah. Hey, what time do we have to roll out?
We leave like 10-15 minutes.
I gotta eat them.
Oh my.
You got this tattoo, right?
Why are you staying in the hole, bro?
You're gonna try to get content that badly. You're gonna come and call this hole and show everybody that you're not humble and you're entitled and you have all this area and this is a
right.
You know what people would do to live here?
You're right, okay.
This could be 20 homeless shelters.
You're right.
And this is a
You're right, I'm sorry.
Humble yourself, dog.
Oh God, you're right. You eat, bro. You know what? Take some food, man.
He ate.
Take some food, bro.
He ate, dog.
I didn't eat.
I didn't eat.
Why are you screaming? I thought you were chilling now.
Because he ate. Why'd you give him another one? He had 4 of them.
You don't feed your employees?
He had 4 of them.
Yo, you spitting out your food, dude.
How many do you have? 4.
Fousey had warned him, had explained himself, had held it together longer than almost anyone would have. And then he slapped Neon and told him to respect his elders and get out of his house.
You're not. You're far from perfect. You got a up ass too.
I think I'm perfect.
You said you were gonna do that.
I think I'm perfect. I just prayed and cried to Allah and asked him for forgiveness for all my shortcomings and sins. Respect your elders and get the out of my house. I don't give a about your content or the Island Boys.
Fousey's snapping wasn't random, it was built up. Nobody watching that clip was surprised. I mean, I wasn't surprised. The only surprise was how long Fousey had actually waited.
Humble yourself. Get the fuck out of my house. Think about it. If he wants to come back and apologize after thinking about it, he can. But I can tell because his balls hasn't dropped. He doesn't have enough to be able to let go of his pride and his ego and apologize like a grown man. Because every time he has apologized, he's done it again. And I'm not no internet. I'm not the Island Boys. I'm not trying to stick my dick in your mouth.
Then, Prime's own karma arrived. He ended up in a restricted area at a hotel with a gun, and when police told him to leave, he refused.
You gotta go.
Bro, I'm not recording.
Bring your son, you gotta go.
It don't matter, I'm not recording.
You're being trespassed now.
I'm not being trespassed.
You have to go.
What's wrong with you?
You have to go.
No way. Tweaking, this is my phone.
The people around him were begging him to just walk, telling him directly he was making it worse. He kept resisting.
Don't make things easy. No, make it hard for yourself.
No, make it easy for yourself.
Make it harder for yourself. I don't give a
Get up. Get up.
Motherfucker, stop touching my Get up. Y'all weak as hell, bro. Look at him, bro. They can't even. Bro, get my phones, though. Hold up. Bro, get my. No. Don't touching me.
Hey, you don't make money. Brian, what's the problem? Stop touching my son.
He was arrested on camera in handcuffs with the streaming world watching. The same boldness that made everyone cheer him for slapping Jack made him look like an idiot.
Mom getting arrested. I don't know what the hell going on. They got Mom hemmed up. Not even Mom. They OD'ing on prom, though. Oh my God. They OD'ing with prom, though. Come on, son.
Fousey and Jack Doherty eventually had their own direct moment. Jack called Fousey a beta at his own house, and Fousey snapped.
You're here not clap for him. Y'all are all beta as f***. Cheer.
Hey, this guy's beta as fuck. God damn it. Beta said, hey. Yo, you're a little bro, you're a bitch. He didn't even have his kick money yet. Yo, you're
I'm beta.
Imagine being 33 years old and fuck, yo, get me some water bottles.
He slapped Jack, walked outside, and urinated on his grass while announcing it to the camera.
You punch like a too.
I slapped the dog shit out of you.
That didn't even hurt.
I slapped the dog shit out of you.
You punched like a
So how bad? 5 fingers.
You have a fucking problem.
Your bitch want me.
You have a fucking no one wants you. Yeah, who the f does that shit? I already got all these fucking cars that he doesn't fucking have.
You piss on his grass. I'm gonna piss on your grass. My is out. I'm pissing on your grass. I'm pissing on your grass. I'm pissing on your grass, you bitch. I pissed on your grass, you I own you.
You're a clown.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Jack had been provoking people for years and treating it like content, and so moments like this are almost inevitable. Fousey treated it like a personal insult because it was, and responded accordingly.
Your face and I smacked the dog shit out of you.
You slapped me, you should have done
First off, yo in the clique you claim, West Side when we robbed.
BabyHaze was live streaming in Tokyo when a verbal confrontation escalated into a physical one. He was loud, aggressive, getting in people's faces, performing dominance for the camera like the camera was a shield. It was not a shield.
Literally, get the fuck over, bro. Dude, why would you do that, man? It's crazy, man. Get the fuck out. Hey, tell him to leave. Tell him to leave. Hey, this guy's crazy, man. This guy's crazy. Wait. Yeah, I think this guy's gonna fucking leave, bro. Oh, dude, you got my phone in there. What you gonna do? Again, right? You just fucking hit me. You don't hit me again. Are you just again, right? Did you just fucking hit me? You don't hit me again. Are you?
Someone in that crowd hit him with enough force to drop him, and the confrontation ended instantly, but with a very noticeable physical response from the individual, in which he was definitely worse for cloth wear after that exchange.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Why did you assault? Leave me the fuck alone. Why did you?
This wasn't just one streamer getting knocked out. Japan's patience with nuisance streamers had been wearing thin for a long time, and this was the moment that patience expired completely. The streets do not care about your viewer count. They never did. And And then there's Stable Ronaldo, which might be the most purely avoidable story on this entire list. He walked into Bradley Martyn's gym, a man who's 6'2", 260 pounds, and owns the environment he's standing in, and decided to steal his hat as a joke. Bradley warned him immediately. No playfulness, no laugh, a direct instruction to not do it again. Ronaldo, applying Twitch logic to a real-life situation, read the warning as part of the bit and took the hat again.
That's funny. You saw it? Funny. Damn, actually? Oh, I didn't know that was bad. My bad, Brad. Like, actually. No, actually. With the camera.
Bradley slapped him. Ronaldo went to urgent care with ringing ears and later admitted honestly that he didn't know much about Bradley before walking in.
You took Bradley's hat. Why'd you take his hat, man?
Basically, I had this thing that I went viral for. I sang this song, but I didn't like it because it's like cringe to me, right? And then he played the song in the gym. I was like, oh, okay, he knows the joke. I don't know much about him, so I was like, oh, he knows more about me. I took the hat. I didn't think much of it at all. I really didn't. I thought we were like friend to friend. And then he slapped me.
Smack the out of you, bro. Broke your neck.
Now, guys, I think this one was low-key unhinged, but if you made it this far, let me know what you think down in the comments. Catch you in the next one. Peace.